G'day scrappers, welcome to day 2 of this scrap mission. And well, to start off the day, I'm going to just scrap out these CRTs that I've got sitting around, and that way I can take them to the transfer station and get rid of them, and that'll be another load off the driveway. So yeah, the first video didn't turn out too bad, I suppose, judging by some of the comments, but yeah, I'm still going to try to keep the videos around that 1 hour mark, and yeah, really try hard not to go over the 1 hour, because this stuff is it's not the most exciting type of scrap stuff, just your general eWaste that I've been getting, but I hope to include a couple of interesting bits in there, something a little bit different just to break it up. But it's been quite a while since I've done a few CRTs, so I just got to get into the swing of it. I just need a little Torx to get that. The trusty T15 from the server. See, straight away it came in handy for something. But when I used to scrap CRTs out on the street while street scrapping, sometimes the Torx would, slow me down, because I normally wouldn't bring a Torx with me, but just usually ended up just cutting it with the side cutters. All right. Quite a big yoke here. Just not sure if I've actually... Yeah, it's all right. Most yokes usually have 2 ring clips holding it in. So all I'm going to do is just going to leave them for now and clean them up a little bit later. But the PC CRTs are always, pound for pound, they're a whole lot better than TV CRTs. So you got an extra ring of copper wire here. That's really nice. Nice bonus. And the yoke, the degaussing cables are usually always a lot better, and usually always copper. Whereas in a TV, quite often you can get aluminium degaussing cables. There's nice copper all the way through that. So yeah, I never pass up a CRT TV when I see one now, especially now because they're running out. And just like the CRT TVs towards the end there, the last ones that we were seeing out in the street were Sony's, and the better quality ones, because people probably paid a lot for them and they didn't just want to get rid of them straight away, but they ended up getting rid of them anyway. And so it seems to be the same with CRT monitors. that the better quality ones are starting to surface in street scrapping, because people have finally decided to get rid of them. So there we go, just a standard power board, but you know, we've got a bit of bonus scrap steel as well, and obviously these IC chips can be really good for gold recovery a lot of times on these old CRTs, so always something to get. We get our braided copper wire here. Clean all that up. Alright, so we've done our first TV, sorry, CRT, and that's just loosened the hands up. And by the next one, I should get even better at it. But yeah, so this will just go now to the transfer station, and they can recycle the rest. And just put a couple of screws back in so it doesn't fall off, and I can pick it up. I'll give it another one if it goes. There we have it. Well, one CRT scrapped. Got I think another 4 to go, and also a all-in-one Apple Mac to scrap out and get rid of as well. So I might do the Mac next. That's going to be a bit awkward, but I haven't done one for a couple of years. Right, so this is going to be the next thing I'm going to do, the Apple all-in-one, these old school ones. Used to do a lot of them. A couple more monitors there, and I brought in a couple more here. That'll be it. Oh, there's one CRT TV, a black and white one. I haven't done a black and white one for ages. I picked this one up because I thought I was going to pass it on to a black and white TV collector. I tried them all out. No one really wanted it, so I'm going to scrap it out instead. It was only just for, you know, I brought it in from street scrapping just in case someone actually wanted it, but no one wants it, so it's got to be scrapped, because I certainly don't. So all I'm doing right now, before I continue on with the scrapping stuff, is I've got to start loading boards up to take to my buyer. Everything's full. Since yesterday's video, what I've been doing, I had actually today a guy come in and sell me boards as well, so I've just been processing them. I've spent a few hours on them, and everything's full now. So low grade, mid grade boards, PC motherboards, server, and laptop motherboards as well. So they're the 4 main circuit board categories. So it obviously low grade boards go, you know, almost not even worth dragging them around. But I never used to buy them, but because people still bring me low grade boards, I've got a price for them, but I prefer not even to deal with them really. But yeah, a couple of examples of what just came in with the guy that sold me motherboards and stuff. You know, he's brought in, like, this was a nice motherboard, but what he's done here is he's removed the main ICs, and the big one here, whatever that was, he's removed. So he hasn't left much on it. So he's downgraded this from a PC motherboard down to just a low grade. Here's a server grade board, believe it or not. And you know, I find it quite amazing that people bring me these and and put them into server boards and expect me to buy them. You know, I mean, you can see here the main big BGAs are all missing, right? So once you do that, you've turned this, you know, board into a low grade board, because all this is now is, sure, there's still some precious metal recovery here, but it's basically just base metal recovery. So it drops down quite a lot, from like $5 a kilo down to 23 cents a kilo. So yeah, well, and it kind of, I get a bit annoyed because they put them in amongst the motherboards and stuff, and I find them, and once I find one that's been depopulated, then I have to go through the whole lot. So it just takes me a lot more time, and it's a bit annoying because, yeah, they're trying to rip the system off. So here again, you can see that they've removed this part with the where the sockets were, all the gold pins, and then they've removed the actual BGAs as well. Or in this case, it wasn't BGAs; they were just the IBM flat packs. But yeah, taking all that off, not even going to, you know, bother with them. You know, like, yep. So it's a shame, like especially this one being quite a heavy server board, just for those chips. They've really, you know, if you're going to do that and remove the BGAs or whatever they are, you might as well just try and depopulate the whole thing and go for everything. Well, in this case, they've probably almost did anyway. So yeah, that's the only little beef I've got when people try and sneak in depopulated boards in amongst, you know, but I spot them out really good. You know, I'm really quick at it. So yeah, unfortunately, that's what I got to do. But this is the main value one, the server and laptop. So that's all I'm going to do, and also I've got to get rid of this plastic. But I can only carry 2 tubs at a time. So the first couple of tubs are going to be probably better value ones, and also all these hard drives, I can get rid of them in the first load, and then yeah, I'm going to have to come back and get another load and do it all again. Almost need to do 3 trips. I might just by hand empty some of the plastic and just give it to them like that, rather than taking in that tub, because although, yeah, I might, well, I'll be scrapping more PCs, so power supplies might go too, because I can't fill up this tub with power supplies. It's almost impossible to get it into the van, so I've got to, you know, get rid of it around halfway, because they just get too heavy. Yeah, but oh well, slowly. Yeah, done all them. So the PCs anyway that were on top of it. So at least I've got access now to these UPSs that really need to be done. Here's the little gap from the CRTs, but I've still got to do them. So, all right. So let's get on to these CRTs and scrap them out. Right. So these all-in-one Macs are pretty amazing as far as scrap value is concerned. When I first started the business, these were one of the most common PC monitors that I was getting from schools, and honestly, that I don't think anyone else wanted to take them away, because I was getting a lot of work just picking these up. And gosh, in some schools I'd get 40 or 50 just from one school kind of thing, and it was amazing. So it was good value scrap out of it, but it was a lot of work, and even because they're that shape, they were very awkward to carry out of the schools on the trolley. You could only carry, I think I worked out a way to get 3 on. Not sure now, but they certainly were great value, as because you got a bit of everything. You get your motherboard from the computer side of it, and you get your power board from the monitor side of it. I used to have a really good system where it was just automatic how I would scrap it out, and obviously I forgot the system now, but it doesn't matter, because like anything, you just keep undoing screws until things start falling apart. But yeah. And I'll probably end up undoing screws that I didn't need to, but that's okay. So if I remember correctly, this plate should come off somehow. Okay, oh, there we go, a bit of scrap steel. So yeah, as I said, it's a really good value stuff. Under here we've got our 2 RAM sticks, and the motherboard. What were these? I think they were 256 megabytes. Wow, so 512 KB of RAM altogether. Still. Yeah, and you know, you get aluminium. This back plate here is aluminium. Yeah, they were just great. So I loved picking them up because I was going to get good value out of them. But towards the end, I started to dread picking them up because, you know, at the time I was getting a lot of stuff and I just couldn't keep up. Because obviously, unlike a PC, I mean, although monitors were the same thing, if the school didn't have this, they would have a PC and a monitor. The monitors, obviously, and the PC to combine took a lot less time to scrap out. But still, in the end, I still had a monitor left over where I had to take it to the transfer station anyway. So there's a little bit of aluminium with some wire we'll clean up. Yeah. A lot of screws. I think I got an really old video of me scrapping one of these out a little bit more like how I used to, but I never had a look at it to see how I did it. Doesn't matter. Okay. And now we can play a little bit around with the monitor side. Now, did these come off? Yep. Cool bananas. Yeah, because it's not only a bit of time to scrap these, but it's quite a bit of time in processing everything, cleaning all the wiring up, and even in there's a reasonably decent circuit board. If I can remember, they used to still go into mid-grade. All right. Yeah. Okay. So, did it... Can't remember whether this came off on its own or whether the whole thing had to come together. That's right. Forgot about these ones. Okay, that should do us. There we go. DVD drive, hard drive. Look how shiny and new that one is. And you know, quite a decent motherboard. It's also got a bit of copper on for the heatsink. Little power board there. Yeah, it's a good unit. And now for the CRT board. So there we have the CRT power board, flyback transformer, nice big chunky transformer there. And yeah, I remember now, I used to even like these because they're on an aluminium back plate. So we got some bonus aluminium there. And inside there we've got two really nice copper coils. So these copper coils I would always take. Lovely. So yeah, that's quite decent. Then the yoke. You know, pretty decent yoke as well. Gotta just clean up all that wire. And then finally we've got the degaussing cable and a bit more wire. Look at that nice chunky degaussing cable. Good copper there. And so, yeah, it's, I mean, this, even though I haven't done one for so long, it still seems very quick compared to what I thought. So I must have ripped through these pretty amazingly back in the day when I had to do 20 or 30 a day just to keep the room to bring in the next lot. And yeah, but yeah, pretty sure that, you know, most of the work that I used to dread was in the cleaning up of everything. All right, well, I could take off the speakers, but I'll just leave them for the recycler to get some value out of it. How's that? That was a nice quick scrap. And just got to put on, remember these old Torx screws. Nice. Just one on each side will do. Alrighty. And there's our Apple iMac, or sorry, eMac. Done. Beautiful. Nice copper yoke. Very nice degaussing cable. Power board on an aluminium back. Good stuff. And our hard drive, motherboard, another power board for the PC side. Awesome. DVD. Awesome. Alrighty. Well, I'm glad I got that one out the way. Yeah, I just got 4 monitors to go, and probably the next thing on video will be I'll do the black and white TV. That might be interesting. We don't see many black and white TVs around. Radio, so since no one wants this old school black and white TV, we're just going to scrap her out. It's a shame because, well, a couple of years ago at least, a couple of different collectors of black and white TVs said, anytime you get black and white TVs, you know, give us a call. They're worth at least $100. Geez, I would have just given this away for free in the end. It's the reason why I got it was because it's a Canberra television. So it was probably made here in Australia back in the day. And it's probably not a great deal of scrap value, especially being timber. It's just good to get rid of it, you know. I've held on to it for about 6 months, I reckon. And, well, you know, I think 6 months is... you know, for the size and the space that it took up, 6 months is a fair amount of holding time to try and do my little bit for the collectible community. But, well, that's nice, isn't it? Nice red. We'll just try and get into here. Yeah. That's strange. Red circuit board. And I think this whole frame is going to come out, I reckon. Still got to disconnect the tube, but it seems to be a different kettle of fish anyway. And I'll cut out this transformer. I doubt this would have been powered up any time in the last 30 years. Okay. Wow, it's even got some old valves. Pretty awesome. And there's our little yoke. And it doesn't look like it's got these have degaussing cables. Yeah, very strange. Not often we see black and white TVs. And the flyback transformer is in there. Big old capacitor. Wow. And yeah, well, there's valves everywhere. It's like 5. This big AWA valve. I'm not into 6. There's another one behind there. There's a little one. And yeah, transformer. Yeah, quite interesting. There's nothing really that I can see that I would want off the board. You know, I know someone will come along and say, oh, those valves, they could be selling for 20 bucks. Oh, look, I don't want to deal with them, and too delicate for me. Not my thing. So looks like just a transformer here. Yeah, they've put the screw behind this. Being timber, I should just be able to pry it out. There you go. Wow. Good old transformer. Awesome. Well, there's there's the tube cord. Now, yeah, so the rest is just, you got the channel selecting mechanism there, which I'm not going to bother with. And it's just a matter of cleaning up some wires, and this too will be scrapped out. Yeah. Oh. A little bit of decent wire. Now let's get this yoke out. Of course, older ones, they still liked to use a lot of flathead stuff. There, nice, pretty copper. Awesome. Yeah, probably one of the oldest yokes that I've ever pulled out. Yeah. Well, I think I'll just clean up some of this wire, and not much of it. I'll just clean a bit, and I'm going to just throw this straight into power boards. And yeah, there'll probably be quite a bit of silver recovery in this. Don't know much about gold, but definitely there'll be a lot of silver. Not sure what they'll get out of the valves. And there we have it. One super vintage black and white TV. Scrapped out. Beautiful. Finally got rid of this one out of the garage, and we'll just you know, already it's opened up one nice space, so we're getting there, guys. All right, I'll move on to something else. So I got these two semi-vintage, you know, just older school PCs that were just sitting in the garage there. So this one's a Dell Dimension V350. So it was, it's got a Pentium 2 inside, so reasonably old. And This one's a nice one actually, but I don't keep or collect compact in the PCs. I'm mainly an IBM guy. So this is the Presario 7212. It doesn't say what Pentium, but it does have a black label. Really like these black labels. I wish I could get a bigger decal of that, put it on the back of the car. So I'll scrap out these two and we'll check out what's in them. I might start off with this Dell. And if I can work out how to get these unusual things off. All right. Oh yeah. Well, pretty straightforward. We've got our Pentium 2 module here, and yep. Let me just get in. Got a nice hard drive at the back here. That's a nice little place to put it. Couple of cards, couple of RAM sticks. Hey, there's a low profile and a high profile. There's quite a high profile one, and yellow. So what's this one? Ooh, I think it's 128 megabytes. And this one, not really sure. Might even be smaller, but cool. Bit of RAM. 2 RAMs, can't complain. I always forget how to take out these Pentium 2 and 3. There we go. There's a nice one. Pentium 2 with MMX. Awesome. So all we want with this is just a slot CPU. Nice. Actually, I might just blow out all this dust, and I might just keep this one. It's slightly unusual, a little bit different. Yeah, I might just keep it whole. Can always send it for gold recovery another day, but just to add into my collection of CPUs, something a bit different. Just to remind myself what they actually look like before I scrap them out. Yeah, a couple of network, a video card and a network card. So if I can finally get everything down, I can start to do some more interesting things on video. Obviously street scrapping is coming up next week, so that's a start. But yeah, I'd like to do a bit more creative things. We'll just see how we go. No, not getting that out. So guess it's just a matter of the motherboard. I'm not really sure how these are really meant to come out. I guess like that. bit of a bugger. Probably should get rid of this fan. Just one more clip. Gosh. Well, there we have it. Old Pentium 2 motherboard. Not bad. Yep. Not going to bother trying to get the DVD out. I will take these pins. See these floppy, the older the pins, the better they are, the quality. Once the last version of the floppies that came out that weren't really even, didn't have even any aluminium really, their gold pins weren't that good, but these are super. Oh well. There you go. That was the Dell Dimension. Cool. Get this compact done. I almost forgot. Almost left the hard drive in. We don't want to get rid of, leave that one in. Yeah, not bad. It does have some tantalum capacitors on there though. Alright, let's do the compact. Okay, let's do this compact Presario 7212. Right. Now, quite a serious riser backplane board. Look at the height of those fingers, hey? Awesome. And tantalum capacitors, resin dipped. Look at those fingers. Wow, nice. Big old power supply. All right, yeah. Got to work out. That should do us. Just break out our nice gold fingers there. Nice old Western Digital hard drive. 8,455 megabytes. They certainly got specific in those days. The heatsink looks quite unusual. It's a lot longer than the CPU. Should just come out. Hey, we've finally got a ceramic CPU. It's been a while. They don't come around all too often. It's actually quite a nice motherboard, this. Nice motherboard. Some nice chips all over. Removable BIOS. Yeah, quite a decent one. And here's our Pentium ceramic. I'll give it a bit of a wipe. Just the standard Pentium ceramic. Nice condition, obviously. But they just don't come around that often. Even, you know, the most basic ceramic CPUs. Which is this one. Beautiful. Take every one we can get, you know. And these chunky RAMs. How's that for a RAM module? Chunky ICs. I take these ICs off because it's just tin plating. And just throw the board away. But I just throw these ICs into regular ICs. I don't have a separate thing for these kind of memory ones. I do for the flatter ones, the more modern ones. But this one here, this one's gold. So I put these in with gold RAM. But these ones here, I just depopulate straight away. And this one also, nice, interesting gold. Yeah, really interesting RAM stick. So aside from removing the battery, these are not EPROMs, so they just go into regular IC chips. And that's just for sale as a motherboard, scrap motherboard. There's our nice extruded aluminium heatsink. Alright, that was done. Yeah, I got this console. It's one of those point of sale things. It didn't come with a monitor or anything. It's just been sitting in the way. Got a little swipe card thing there. Looks well used. It's very manky. So, but I just noticed the ports here, and I thought, well, it looks like it's got some older ports, so it might be one of the earlier ones. Okay. It's interesting. So this looks like a tactile switchboard. It's got some ICs here, so we can probably get some value out of it as a scrap board. We'll just check it out. And a pretty decent board on the back there. A bit of aluminium. Okay, yeah. Gosh, it's had a lot of use. Look at all that dust and grime and hair and who knows what. So I might just take these ICs off, put in low grade or something. Looks like there's something there. Got to get it out so I can, oh yeah, just a little circuit board. Now I can send this off to plastic. Yeah, so that's all I'll do. It's, you know, probably just get away with it being a low grade. Put it away. And this board here, yeah, some removable ICs, nice flat pack in there. Then it's just a mid-grade board, but still, something interesting anyway. Nice quick scrap. Got it out the way, that's the main thing. Okay, well that should be enough for this video, I think. I'm just going to keep going until it gets a bit dark. I've loaded up the van with 2 tubs, the motherboards and the server boards, also all the hard drives. So that's another thing gone. I've actually still got to finish off a couple of monitors, so haven't done them yet. So I'll get onto them. As soon as I get my tubs back from the motherboards, I start loading up more because they're all over the place at the moment. So yeah, obviously this pile, be really nice to get rid of it as well. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to cover it in this 7 days because I've got so many UPSs out there that I really want to get rid of. Yeah, priority is the driveway right now, and mandarins are starting to come up, and that's the big Tamarillo tree. Nice little tree tomatoes. These are ripened up now. This one's been sitting there. Yeah, really nice, sweet. Chucks. I let them out for an hour or so before it gets dark. They can come on. Just give them a chance to stretch their legs and stuff like that. Something a little bit different than just sitting in their run. But I like to keep them inside as long as possible. Yeah, they'll just go and scratch around and poop. Lots of poop. And just close their back door so the foxes don't get in and rip them apart. All right, this is just my little junk area around the back. Hey, yeah, it gives me a chance now to change their water, put some food in, and yeah, keep going. So, oh dear, I even got a stack here just sitting there doing nothing, but never ending. And yeah, these 2 tubs are the next to go. Isn't that right? There's the black and white TV board, the last one on top. But yeah, these UPSs have really got to go. So that's next in line. But I'll probably do most of them off camera anyway. And yeah, but I've got to go and take in the motherboards. So I'll do that first thing, and then come back and get these ones. But yeah, there you go, guys. I'm getting there slowly. Day 2 wasn't so bad. Mostly these monitors, and I've done PCs off camera, and just a lot of little knick-knack things from in here just to get it all down, so when I start it's just going to a lot of it's vanished. I've got another one of those Wi-Fi kind of boxes. I might check that out soon too. All right guys, well, keep scrapping, have fun. Check out day 3 tomorrow.